No,
that sort of thing.
I don't remember being told that it was like horrible and that you shouldn't do it because of God or anything. Like going to a Catholic school. I really feel like I missed out a lot.
Well, the question is, did you get down? Did you get down
in high school? No. Not until I was 19.
You were too afraid? They cuffed you, bro.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't.
That was some of the
blurry.
best
No,
sex
it's fine.
experience of my entire life.
I'm just not. When I look back at high school, it's like I didn't drink. I didn't party. No, I don't know anybody that drank and partied. I don't know anybody that.
Well, looks like that's changed.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that like was having sex. Like people just dated, and it just never occurred to me like, oh, they're 16 and fucking.
Well, my sister went to
yes,
before you did.
Very true.
There was all kinds of fucking crazy shit on there.
It's just I just missed out. I didn't go to parties or anything. I was a band kid, but I was like,
oh, there it is.
But I was friends with like.
What did you play?
Drums.
Oh, drums.
Of course.
But I was friendly with most
know.
people there. You know, like you know the popular kids. I was friendly with everybody. I just didn't do the high school thing. Everybody else that I talked to was like,
who's that?
Who's that damn cat?
Everybody else that I talked to was like, yeah, I was dropping acid and doing lines of coke in high school. And I'm like, I don't know how.
Dropping acid
Yeah.
in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, I was for sure. I mean,
shrooms, like
some of the
whatever.
crazy shit that ever happened in my whole life happened in high school.
Yeah.
Like just insane shit.
Not the experience I had. I just like drank Mountain Dew and stayed up really late and
Good boy.
yeah,
A good boy.
like made out with girls and stuff. But
I remember being 19, so I had graduated, and I went to a party one night, and I saw that people were doing coke, and there were kids asking other kids if they wanted to do mushrooms. And I remember being like totally weirded out by it because I'd never seen anyone at a party with anything other than like alcohol or weed. But it was like a very well-to-do. I was in a band with these kids from like a nicer part of Cincinnati, you know.
Where's that?
Well, a suburb. Let's say a burb.
Okay.
It was a burb, you know, not like downtown.
Well,
It was this really sweet part of 5th Street. No, I don't know.
I think of the rankings, it's like Dayton, Cincinnati, and then like Sarajevo, just behind it. Just buildings ripped with bullets, boarded up, potholes that you like would rip a wheel off your car.
What do we got? That's a Budweiser.
yeah,
Steve Weiser.
just waiting for my brain to decompress.
Bender
My
was.
head.
We just got back from BW3s, and Bender is really struggling here. He was really struggling at dinner. Couldn't even finish his goddamn cheeseburger.
Well, I ate 6 cheese sticks before that, but still.
Yeah.
Well, you ruined your appetite then.
I know. Well, I meant to. I was just so goddamn hungry.
And he drinks a beer about the speed that I would drink a glass of hot goat piss. If I had a glass of hot goat piss in front of me, we would have drank it at the same speed.
I have to decongest.
Yeah, tender little kid gloves. Big Rose Tico.
Literally right before you.
She would have.
Yeah, Rose
Literally
Tico
right
would have blasted that thing down.
You walked out there. I was telling Andrew how I didn't want to live stream before I got stuff. Here we fucking are.
Well, what are you live streaming on? I didn't even know.
We're on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
We're live on YouTube. We've left the Zuckerberg cookout for the day.
Yeah.
We're back on YouTube now.
Well, there's so many.
We're not interested in any smoke.
Well, there's so many.
Yeah, no
streaming
smoked
services
meats.
Now, like, you don't even know.
Well, I just said earlier we should almost stream on Twitch, but apparently YouTube is just. I mean, it's the same thing. It's all
Well,
the
yeah.
same
Well,
shit.
there's a Twitch IRL now, so you can stream shit other than video games. That's what it's called.
I don't know.
Well,
We've got, well, We could start a Twitch. I've got one. I don't really use it very often.
We don't have to. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
just based on like my buddy joining Twitch and starting to stream and like got like 100 followers in like less than a week. It seems like
Well, there's a dude I watch on
people on Twitch are willing to
Yeah.
follow you, you know, if you've got the right content. But
Yeah. Well, there's a guy I watch on Twitch, and I can't remember his name right now, but he's like on a Grand Theft Auto role-playing server, and he plays like this weird character that's like Saul Rosenberg from Jerky Boys, you know, like, or like this same dude does the voice of like the drugstore clerk from Family Guy, where he's just sort of,
oh, it's John Benjamin.
oh God, oh God.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, just oh God and baby Jesus, just like super Jewy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he plays like this character named Saul, and the whole server is just role playing. You know, guys that are playing criminals and other ones that play cops, and they all just interact with each other like in role play mode. And it's just the shit is just wild.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hello, wife.
You recording?
And son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazarus
We're
just
streaming.
wanted to check something real quick.
Check what?
What you want to ask, Bender?
Are you okay?
Oh, buddy. Yeah, I'm fine. I took some medicine. So
He's
I'm
fine.
waiting for my nose to not be stuck here.
So we had to make sure to come out here and take care of you. Things weren't feeling good.
What? There's a
Little
monster.
Stormbreaker.
Yeah, it's the old storm break. They know I'm going to break this congestion.
Got some
Mhm.
congestion.
There, that's where you get ice monster.
Go ahead inside to leave you to
Oh.
it. Sorry.
Have fun.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, Gramps.
Bye, Grandpa Trebunculus.
Yeah, they'll hear you on the video.
I know. I'm counting on it.
Oh, Grandpa
Grandpa
Trebunculus.
Trebunculus.
I don't like him calling me Trebunculus, guys. Sorry.
That's my Grandpa Trebunculus.
Sorry it's annoying you guys in the video.
That's Daddy, always annoying people,
Mhm.
huh? Alright, well, have fun out here.
All right. Well, we've been live for 7:50, and no one's joined yet.
Oh, well, yeah, you know how it is.
Nobody cares.
Nobody even
about
popped in
Super
and then
Bowls.
popped out.
Not yet.
You see that a lot. Like people just show up and then immediately leave, like within like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you even glean what the content was?
Well, I think if you, well, on Facebook anyway, if you scroll past and you stop on it for just a few seconds, it
Oh,
counts
yeah.
you.
Oh.
And then when you start scrolling again, you go away. Then,
I see.
yeah.
Well, the very first time I ever went live on Facebook was at this, we were paid for the shop,
Mm.
and it was just like every single one of my friends joined within like the first minute, and then we're all gone. Because it was just like, I don't know what they were expecting. It was like, oh, what? Is he going to appear? Is he going to show himself on the internet? No. Actually, no. It was just shelves.
Is anyone coming out? We
Probably
we should have. I even last night I said the next time we came on YouTube, someone was going to get something, so we'd give away a free prize. So it's for the taking right now.
free prize to literally the first
Well, I
person.
mean, do people get dinged?
That's the thing. We have to build up to it. This is why it might take a while to get going here, because if they've subscribed, they're not getting notifications right now. YouTube added another bell that you have to bong the gong to get the notification that the people you're following
Yeah,
are
it's like if
going
you go
live.
on Facebook, I get like a push notification. It's like,
Yeah.
it's live on Facebook.
Yeah. So, but Facebook doesn't really show your shit to anyone.
Well, yeah,
So,
in a professional capacity,
yeah.
personal capacity, yes.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. We'll wait it out. We'll keep going.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care.
Me either, man. Me
I
either.
don't care.
I don't care.
Just brothering, you know,
Just brother down, drinking Steve Weisers on the porch.
on the porch. Ah. How you like that Steve Weiser? Is it clearing your sinuses up?
Yeah. That's the heavy stuff. I thought about when I bought it, I was like, oh, he got a light at the bar. And I was like, oh, I don't know if he's watching his figure or what.
You need that Bud Heavy
Yeah.
to really clear out the nasal
Yeah.
passages.
That's what Stone Cold would do.
Yeah.
It's a nice traditional IPA
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Yeah.
It's
Triple hopped Steve Weiser 480-minute IPA.
you got to go to this special gas station we have in town to get one of these. They
It's so bitter it makes you reconsider your existence.
yeah. It's like
That's how you know it's good.
yeah, I love that. I love that. I think that someone needs to make a beer that is infused with all of the Christmas trees that they gather up from the side of the road like the
Yeah.
day after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just take all of those to like one place and then they kind of grind them up.
But I think that they should make like a slurry with the ground up pine trees and actual pine sol, the cleansing product.
Mm. Yeah.
And then pour that into like a Michelob Ultra
Mm-hmm.
and then sell it to you. And then people would say, that's really good.
Yeah, they
I'd like
would.
to
That,
see.
that makes me tip my Trilby hat.
I'd like to see like how bitter you can make an IPA before IPA drinkers think it's too bitter. Or too
I don't think
hoppy.
there is
Yeah,
a
we
too
have-
hoppy.
Yeah, we have not achieved that threshold yet.
That's what I'm waiting for.
And the thing is, people
Just
are
make
like,
something that tastes like absolute shit, and they're just
But
like,
I mean,
man, this is
in my
so
opinion,
good.
in my opinion, we're already there. Like for me with beer, like this is just sort of whatever to me.
Yeah.
Like good beer is balanced, and there's like some IPAs out there that are just absolutely fucking disgusting, undrinkable. Like I put it as soon as it touches my tongue.
Yeah.
I consider myself to have a fairly refined palate. They're just disgusting.
Yep.
It's just fucking disgusting. Like black coffee is like drinking spring water in comparison with how bitter this shit is.
There's all these fucking hipsters just.
It's like it's based on a dare. That's what it is. It's based on a fucking dare, basically.
Okay, well, I told you what Rich said recently, didn't I?
No.
When I was talking to him about beers, and I told him how sick I was of seeing IPAs all the time.
Oh, he's gay for IPAs.
Well, the reason why, in his estimation, is I was like, yeah, well, I would prefer to see like, you know, a porter every now and then, you know, or you know, something dark, something with some body that's not all high end, you know. And he was like, well, they pretty much reached the capacity of what they can do with those types of beers, and science is now allowing us to explore realms uncharted within the IPA region. It's like, well, I don't know about that. I would like to, I'm going to need to see some literature.
But
Because,
but even still, it's just like how far can you push the envelope? Because something like a traditional IPA, like what I consider one of the OG IPAs, like Sierra Nevada. I mean, that's like mother's milk compared to with some of the IPAs that are out there now.
Yeah.
But a lot of places, I know that they prefer the ales over lagers because ales have like a 2-week ferment time, and lagers have like a 4-week ferment time.
Does the minute have anything to do with it? What's the minute about?
Just like how long it takes to drink. It's basically just a challenge.
Oh,
It's like,
okay.
this is how long it takes to drink this. And the Dogfish had 120 minute. That's the highest. I just joke with the extended amount of minutes. But they've got like a 60-minute.
I thought it might have something to do with the time spent making the beer or something like that. I don't know.
No. Ales.
No, nothing like that.
Well, I mean, you got 2 genres of beer, ale and lager. and everything sort of falls within those categories as far as like, are they top fermenting or bottom fermenting? And ales are just faster to make. So a lot of smaller brewers and IPAs are a hot thing that I think they go to more than anything else. I like amber ale. That's probably my favorite as far as a good, well-rounded for my palate.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I've heard that lagers are coming back. Small breweries have gotten to the point where they're big enough to make lagers cost-effective because of the longer ferment time.
That would be nice, because I do not believe that we have reached the end of what can be done with a lager.
Well, I mean, it's just like, if you think about lager, particularly American lager, it's like, what do you got? You know, you got your straight gut shot, Budweiser, Miller, all those types of liqueurs, and there's really no, or not no, but not many super high-end, let's try to reinvent the wheel with this lager. So the smaller breweries that have been sort of bread and butter with ales have gotten big enough to start to diverge into lager, because they don't have like, 500,000 gallon fermenting tanks like Budweiser does. But I don't know. Rich and I talked about it because we're both Scotch guys. I like Scotch a lot. And he's like, "Whoa, if you like Scotch, you like IPA." It's like, I don't.
Yeah.
It's just like
Totally different flavors.
Well, like good Scotch, depending on the region, but a lot of Scotch has like that peaty, like almost turpentine type taste to it, which is, I mean, a lot of people consider that to be an acquired taste, but I mean, I like Scotch quite a bit, but I don't think it translates into IPA. So I don't know what to tell him. Well, see the old mean streets here.
Yeah. I've got the camera pointed out so people can get a live feed of
Traffic goes
all the street and sidewalk traffic.
Well, every third car is a police officer.
Because the streets are so mean around here.
Yeah. We got antiques and ice cream. Several different variants of ice cream. Frozen custard.
Uh-huh.
Those are the renegades.
Yeah.
They're not playing in the big ice cream.
Right.
Big ice cream be like when frozen custard comes in, slams them.
Golden Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
You never know who's rolling in there.
Yeah.
To stay at the historic Golden Lamb, that could be anyone.
Full of ghosts and shit.
Yeah. Bender, have you ever been to the... You've been to the Golden Lamb.
I've been to the bar. We went to the...
We've been inside the Golden Lamb.
Inside,
by way of...
Right.
Yeah.
But I've never been to the restaurant, in the Golden Lamb, the fancy one.
To me, the Golden Lamb restaurant is like the Lil Sebastian of this town, where like everybody loves it, but for like no reason whatsoever.
Right.
Because George Washington was there. That's why.
I mean, I've eaten in the restaurant twice. I've known people who work there to say it's infested with fucking cockroaches, which, I don't know. It feels correct. But the food wasn't bad. I would say it was like above average, but for the just absolute gonzo prices they're trying to pull there, it's not worth that. And that was the same thing with that. There was that steak place down by GameStop. It was the Patriot.
Oh, yeah.
I went there and I ordered like a ribeye, and it was like, like a $45 steak, which is like, okay, you're in like Jeff Ruby category.
Yeah.
It wasn't cooked to temp, and it was just like, what the fuck are you trying to pull here?
That's why they went out of business.
Surprise.
Yeah.
If you call yourself a steakhouse and you can't cook the temperature, immediately I'm like, okay, doesn't matter what grade your cut is. If you can't cook the temperature, fuck you.
Right.
That's my problem with Outback.
What? Not cooking to temperature?
They never cook temperature, ever. I've never had steak there that was.
I don't hate Outback. I think it's bad. It's like the Applebee's of steakhouses.
Well,
I mean,
it's not. It is what it is.
yeah.
It's not. There's nothing special about it.
Well, it's where Jess and I first went to dinner. So there is something special about it.
To you.
To me.
To you.
To me.
In your lived experience.
In my lived experience, it is special. But to the average person, I agree with you. It's probably not special. It's just Outback.
One of the best, worst restaurants I ever went to, Amanda and I, we went to, where was it? It was down like by Fairfield or something, I think. And it was this restaurant called Abracadabra. And it was just like a pretty much a regular restaurant. But all the waiters were magicians.
What?
Every single one was a magician. So they would come
When
out.
was this?
When was this?
Yeah, is it still there?
I don't know if it's still there or not. This is like 2001 or some
Sounds
shit like
amazing.
that. But I was reading about it, and I was just like, there is a restaurant where the waiters are magicians. I have to see it for myself. So the guy comes out with like this sort of shin-length black, and then they're taking your order, and they're just the flour and like the cards, tricks, and everything, and it was so surreal that I don't know. We should look it up and see if it's still. I doubt it. I mean, how do you get that many magicians?
How do you go out of business if you have that place functioning?
I mean, the food wasn't anything to write home about.
Well, I feel like but
just off of aesthetic alone.
The gimmick.
McDonald's.
The restaurant was just like, I don't know, builder grade. There wasn't anything special about the interior, but the fact that all your servers were also magicians.
Right, the gimmick is what I meant, not aesthetic. But yeah, how do you go out of business with a gimmick like that?
Oh, that's amazing. They had to really have awful food.
It wasn't awful.
Or maybe it declined quickly.
It was expensive, I'll tell you that.
Maybe the magicians were demanding too much money.
Some sort of magician strike.
Yeah, because it's like, pay us or else your whole gimmick goes out the window, pal.
Yeah, because the magicians really got you by the balls.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Hire someone tomorrow and teach them all of my magic tricks? It's not going to happen. I think the worst, well, it was just like gimmick in name. I went one time called Rhapsody, and they sold wraps.
What do you mean they sold wraps?
Like a turkey wrap or a chicken wrap. It was all wraps. The entire deal was wraps.
I immediately just went to like a place that only sold rap songs.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's it.
Not even albums. I was like, there was a store that sold you a rap. Like, did you put your own beat over it? Did you buy single songs? Like I don't know why that's what I went to, but that is what I went to.
Well, it was not that. It was the food wrap.
Food wraps.
But it was not good.
What, you said it was called Rhapsody?
Yeah. But they spelled it with like WRA.
I would go to a restaurant where the servers were like rappers.
Yeah. Rap City. Rap City.
What would you call it?
Rhapsody.
Just reuse the name.
That spell was just an R.
When the Scream Factory announced the Rec collection today, and so the logo for that film is the brackets with RAC in the middle, and I commented.
This cat went that way. And now the cat's coming from that direction again.
My friend posted it, and I commented on it. I was like, so excited for this, like, definitely gonna pre-order it. And he was like, yeah, me too. And I just commented back and said they should have called it the Rec Collection, the Recollection.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
They should have done that. They dropped the ball.
Of the Edmonton.
Well, no movement. No one's joined.
person.
Well, they're not getting
Nope.
dinged.
I was sold.
No one's getting dinged.
That's the problem.
This is why it's so important for you guys to bong the gong and make sure that you get your notifications, because for some reason, every form of social media these days does not want the people who follow you to be able to see what you're doing. So that's a good thing. That's good for all the artists and creators out there trying to stay in touch with their peeps. It's a good idea to not let anyone know.
Apparently, now it's June, so June is the month where we care about the gays the most.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month.
Yep.
But, very cool, I think,
Mhm.
PlayStation has released a Pride theme,
Oh yeah, I see that.
and it's available all month because PlayStation is for all players, apparently.
Oh.
I'm going to download it. I would love to have a rainbow PlayStation.
I feel like you're appropriating.
Because I'm not gay.
Yeah.
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 Well,
It's
I
not
also,
for you.
does that mean I'm not allowed to like Kesha too?
Yeah. It's not for you.
It's not for me. It's for the gays and white drunk girls.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's not for you. And I would say that you need to check your privilege, because you just think you can listen to.
Whatever I want.
Yeah. You think you can listen to whatever you want, and you think you can put whatever theme you want on your PlayStation?
Yeah. My God of War theme is going to be no more. Now it's going to be gays for days.
They should do a crossover, so it can be God of Gays. You should be able to mix your themes together to create new themes.
This is basically me right now.
Hold on, let me zoom in. That gets a surprisingly decent picture of your phone.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't had any snot running that I've seen.
No.
Just fighting it constantly. It's getting better.
Yeah, a little bit.
What kind of medicine did you take?
Claritin dick.
D.
Claritin
Because
D.
he loves the fucking D.
I love the D.
So maybe you can use the PlayStation theme then,
Why is that? Oh,
because you had
I love
D. Because you took the D tonight.
Yeah. I was just telling Nick that PlayStation released a Pride theme, because it's June and we're supposed to care about the gays. And I said that I was going to download it and use it, and Nick said that I was appropriating gay culture.
Well,
Yeah.
here's my thing. It's sort of a double-edged sword. It's like, okay, you've got Pride Month, where you're supposed to honor or acknowledge people in your life that are in the LGBTQIPK+ community.
Is that really what it is now?
I think there's more than that, but
Yeah, the plus is like, okay, we can
Everybody else.
stop saying it, but there are
But
many others. Yeah.
The thing is, it's just the least important thing about a person to me is what sort of sex they have. So it's like I don't need a month like the people that I know that are in the community are just regular people and my friends all the time. I don't feel like they get like a birthday month.
Yeah, you're supposed to be
do
extra
something
nice.
Something special for them? Is there gifts?
I think.
What are you
I
supposed
think,
to do?
No, I don't think you are just. I don't think you're supposed to do anything. It's more like. I mean, it didn't really. I guess it doesn't really work for Black History Month, but it's more just supposed to be about the awareness. It's not like.
Yeah, but I'm saying LGBT, the core. If you're lesbian, gay, or bi, you're basically fucking mainstream now. You know,
Yeah.
trans is really the thing that's like the
The
big,
only one.
the hot button issue. But either way, like I don't know, it's just like I know people who are trans and met people who are trans, both legitimately and fashionably. And it's just whatever. Like I don't fucking care. Nature is indifferent.
Right.
Like a bear doesn't give a shit what a squirrel does. You know, like I don't give a fuck what you do. like you're either a shitty person or not.
Right.
And I feel like there's this. I don't know. It feels manufactured. It's like Sweetest Day. It just doesn't feel right. Like, just be a fucking person. You're either gonna like you or dislike you, regardless. They don't need a special month.
Yeah.
Well, because then you get the people who are like, well, why isn't there a straight month? You know, and it's like, well, I wouldn't want one.
Well, it's
I don't know.
Well, it's the same argument with like Black History Month, where it's
Yeah.
why isn't there a White History Month?
Every
month there's White History Month.
Yeah.
You know, you're just
But
gonna
isn't
get
I
the
feel like
blowback.
history should be history. It's like let's
I agree.
look at the people who are most worthy of being looked at in general,
Yeah.
regardless of the month it is. Well, there's the old clip with Morgan Freeman, you know, where he's like, I don't want a Black History Month. Do you want a White History Month? Or the guy who was interviewing him, I think that was his comeback, or maybe the guy was Jewish. I can't remember.
I don't know.
In any event, the
I
guy
think Denzel
interviewing him
had
was
some
like,
hot ones too.
Yeah.
About the same. Around the same.
oh, hey, someone's joined.
Hey.
Who is this? Oh, they're gone.
Aww.
They would have won a fabulous prize, and
They
that's.
missed out on the fabulous prize. We never got to get their deets.
I was looking like every 2 seconds. It was just like boop boop, gone. Who were you?
I want to know now.
This mystery. They would have won something fabulous tonight.
Mystery auction. They
Speak.
would've won a date with me, even if it was a dude, because it's gay history month.
And that's what makes it. And that's why it's a fabulous prize. It's fabulous. Would have been fabulous. Would have been wonderful, and then they ruined it.
Yeah.
So.
Is that too much to make a Facebook status Happy Gay History Month?
I mean,
Is that
feel
what
like
it is?
you're
Gay
gonna get
History
heat.
Month.
Regardless of how innocuous it is, just the phrasing there, you're gonna get some heat.
And you're a white male, so
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
oh
true.
God, yeah.
And
Be careful.
hetero
I
and
should
cisgender.
definitely post it on
Hetero,
Twitter.
Yeah.
cisgender white
Hashtag
male.
no.
tread lightly.
Somebody made a status today that was, it was just like, I'm gonna start a band called Misgender the Cisgender, and I was like, or you could just call it Mr. Sister.
That's good.
I don't know. My hot take on all of the jazz
He didn't like it because it was too funny.
is that if we make this stuff where we have to have these special occasions where we honor people, which, you know, there's people who've contributed lots of things.
Yeah.
In the Pride Month, you know, historical people like Harvey Milk or, you know, Black History Month, Martin Luther
Dr.
King.
Frankenfurter.
Yeah. Sure. but I'm saying you've got these things and you can acknowledge them or bring special attention to them. But ultimately, if you're saying this is our time, that's essentially saying that we're exclusive of everyone else. And I don't think, I feel like the way forward in every culture is not homogenous, but we're all moving in the same direction. And if everything's special, nothing is special. So
Yeah.
if we all just say, hey, we're all in this together, then we make actual progress and not this whatever fucking phony
You
baloney
celebrate-
glad handing that we
You
do.
celebrate individuals
Mhm.
who have done good things, as opposed to groups
Yeah.
that are so large.
There are probably some shitty gay people.
That's what I was gonna say.
wow. That-
When
I've
you
met a
when you
lot.
have
Just really catty.
Yeah.
When
I'm
you're-
saying they're not good people, aside from the cattiness.
well, that's what I'm saying. When you celebrate a group that's so large, and that within the group consists of so many truly diverse individuals, then that group, you can't very well represent the individuals in that group properly, because there's such a diverse range of people that make it up.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's really it's like a feature of people that we shouldn't be concerned with. And I think that was probably the original thrust of the movement, where it's like, all we're asking is that if you see two dudes out holding hands, that you don't stop your pickup truck and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
You know,
That's fair.
which
fair.
that's good.
That's
That's something we should all be on board with. But it's like to like stop and have to clap
Congratulate
for people
Yeah.
just because of their sexuality. It's like, I don't really know about that. I don't think that that's what we should be doing. I think the thing to do is to get it to where it's like it's just as acceptable to see two men holding hands, to see a man and a woman, and you're just like, you don't even notice it, you know. You don't stop and start clapping for people. You're just like, that's something that's going on over there, and that's something going on over there, and it doesn't really concern me because it's not my life.
Yeah,
And
well,
doesn't.
Well, because there's a, you know, I know from some of my gay friends that there is just a shitload of racism in the gay community.
Oh, I mean, that and body shaming and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Tons.
dudes I know that have like grinder profiles, and they're like the little bio areas, like no fatty, no Asian.
No
You know?
fat, no fat, no Asian.
It's just like, well, I didn't know there was that many Asian gay people. I don't know any, but maybe.
There was a whole watching RuPaul's Drag Race. One of the seasons, this queen Kim Chi was on there. She's Asian, and
I would say she's got to be Korean. Otherwise, she's co-opting another culture.
maybe she is Korean.
She has to be.
Yeah,
Has to be.
But,
Otherwise, it's not okay.
but she made it to the finals, and so when you get to the finals, they like in the later seasons, the producers of the show like write a song for them to like lip sync to, you know, like perform at the live finale and everything. And her song was called "Fat Fat Asian." Like it was kind of a contextual song about how she was bigger, not
Yeah, I
super
just don't
big, but she
understand why
was a
they're
little
so
bit
much
bigger.
higher against Asians. It's like that's a thread.
Yeah.
That's all the way across. And I don't know. I mean, there's lots of really rich businessmen that go to Thailand just to have sex with baby boys.
So who would we have to get on the show to find out? Who could we stream with?
Kimchi.
Get kimchi.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is semi-rural Ohio, and I know zero Asian gay people.
You know any Asian gay people?
I know a black gay guy. Close enough.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. I'd say
Do you think he would talk about the reasons for,
Probably he's drag queen too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and not anti-Asian?
I'm gonna investigate this.
I'm fairly certain.
Because that would be something that would be uncomfortable to have him on, and then he starts talking
Oh,
about.
no, definitely no fats or Asian.
Yeah, it's like, no,
All about that.
that's not why we wanted to have you on. Well, thanks for joining us.
I mean, you might want to come on and talk about like the really when you preach acceptance and then you don't practice it.
Yeah, that's problematic.
I mean, in a way, I get the no fatties.
Yeah.
You know, I get that.
It's problematic.
But the no Asians, they're just out of the blue, man.
Asians are hot.
You know, I guess it's a sort of a to each their own, but it seems like it's a threat. Where it's
Right.
like it's very anti-Asian.
Right. Asians can't be gay, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I guess we really can't speak on
Because
it.
they all look feminine, everyone.
Maybe it's jealousy?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No one's joined since that one person popped in and out.
Well,
You could invite someone, say, hey, get in here.
Are they
Hey.
getting dinged?
Come and brother with
Yeah,
us.
people aren't getting dinged.
I don't think anyone's been dinged. No, I want to get away from that. You gotta say bonged.
Bong.
Or bong, bong the gong.
first person to
Bong.
go to Super Divorce.
No, don't say first person. Say we will be. So they're not just like, I want something for free.
Yeah, we just show up and then fuck off.
Yeah. Say if you hang out with us, you might end up with a fabulous prize of some sort.
We should devise a series of riddles questions they have to answer.
Hmm.
Each more diabolical than the last. Like a...
Well, I feel like you probably have some experience with riddles, being an old D&D master.
Oh, well, yeah. I've had my share of sphinxes, which are the kings of riddles.
Yeah. The Kings of... That sounds like a good prog rock band. The Kings of Riddles.
Yeah.
I would listen to the Kings of Riddles. Would you?
Yes.
No.
They really just smoke the kings of Leon. I don't think Kings of Leon is prog rock.
No, they're not. They're the Sex is on Fire band.
I like that song though.
I like the Kings of Leon Shreds version.
Yeah.
Ah!
Well, their song Milk. I like that quite a bit.
Kings of Leon?
Yeah, they have a song titled Milk.
I don't know if I've heard that one.
It's kind of a bluesy. I'll let you listen to it at some point in time.
Yeah.
I don't know. We get copyright infringement here on the stream.
Oh yeah. Well, we're not even monetized now anyway, so
Live creaming.
we haven't. We're not cool enough yet. We've got to hit. What was it?
4,000 hours or something.
I think it was some absurd number of subscribers compared to what we have right now. And
Good shot of Bender's foot.
yeah, it looks very artsy
Oh,
because it looks like the scene where the body dropped and it's just like his shoe is sitting there, and then you see the night street with like the light over there. It looks like I set this up deliberately, but
Which is good.
I didn't. But that's where we are with technology now, right?
Everything's art.
You just put it there and it's like creating art for you.
Yeah. Just iPhone X portrait mode where everyone's a professional photographer now.
Yeah.
Highest option.
I cannot fucking figure out how to get portrait mode to work.
Do you have the X?
No.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That was funny, by the way. I said, do you have the X? And you said no. And then you said that's Y. X, Y.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
It's like a beautiful mind of puns. Just up there, just imagine him in his office, writing on the windows. Just, what's the pun? Where's the pun in this?
There have been times where I've done that when I'll be talking to a friend or something and they'll say something and I'll just be like,
Yeah.
But in your exchanges,
got it. Okay.
In your exchanges with your mother raffle stomps you on puns. She's a Terminator. Your mom is a pun Terminator.
She's good. I've beaten her enough times.
Enough times.
Yeah.
I think that's subjective. I'll take this out to the judges.
Beaten her plenty. The other night she was on fire.
No, you're not. You're not in danger. I'm just checking out. This is like surveillance. Just seeing what's up here.
There's a lot of toddling going on.
Yeah, very.
I don't like the amount of toddling.
He's a toddler for sure. Now he's disappeared behind the van.
There used to be a bar in Middletown. I don't know if it still exists. Actually, it wasn't Middletown. It was like technically Blue Ball. I don't know if you guys know where that's at.
Blue Ball.
It's like a one intersection sovereign city.
Yep.
Is it like Red Lion?
It's like behind Danbury. You know where Danbury's at?
Yeah.
It's like this little fucking just
And it's called
like-
Blue Ball?
Blue Ball. Like it's its own little sovereign area.
Well, what I was asking is it like the size of Red Lion? Because it's just like that little
No,
Yeah,
it's like four corners of a road. It's like
Yeah.
four buildings.
Like this
Blue Ball.
This intersection is Blue Ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, there's a little bar there that's called Toddle Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Like toddler without the R.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine's dad, he used to be like, oh, there's Toddle Inn. Toddle Inn? You toddle And I was like, what a shitty joke. But it was funny every time. Because every time we drove past it, that was the joke.
That's good.
They used to go to church over there. Probably not anymore, because it's a fucking hellhole.
Yeah. I'd like to take a moment and give big ups to YouTube for notifying all of our 105 subscribers
really
that we've worked
boosted us.
3 years to garner.
Yeah.
We couldn't have done this without you, YouTube. It's good. Ah. Ah! How about that?
I hate when people do
Yeah.
that. Shut the fuck
Well,
up.
it's like, what's the game?
Yeah.
What is the game?
What's your goal here?
It's like the people who drive by in cars like catcall chicks. It's like, what's she gonna do? Sprint up to your car and suck your dick?
Yeah.
There's nothing to gain here. You're just being a prick.
It's like that guy that leaned out of his car and said, "That shirt don't fit," when I was wearing a
Yeah.
short shirt.
I feel like that's the correct application of it.
It's just like,
he's just
thank
letting you know.
Yeah.
That was like the joke T-shirt of the yelling out the window.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, all right, you're right. It doesn't fit. It's a mid-range shirt.
I had a friend in high school who used to like to lean out the window and when we were driving by someone. He would yell at them to either go inside or go home, get to bed. One of the
Get to bed.
Just like really helpful tips. Don't forget your vitamins.
Take a nap.
Remember to brush.
Flossing helps.
By the way, speaking of vitamins, one of my favorite memes ever is that like Michael Jordan picture that's been like altered to where it's like kind of got the shaky thing going on. Have you ever seen that?
I pretty much the only Jordan meme I've ever seen is the sad Jordan.
It's not the sad one. He's like yelling or something. It looks like it might have been taken from a shot when he's like,
And is it, like,
doing a
blurred
slam
all
junk.
around it?
Yeah, slam dunk, slam his junk. But yeah, it's like it's just his head, and it was like something like when you accidentally take 2 Flintstones vitamins, and then it was like it was just because you're gonna OD or something.
Flintstone vitamins, basically candy.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I was younger, people, cold and flu season, they bust out like the Luden's cough drops.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
these are just fucking candy.
Yeah, they are.
There's nothing of. Like,
They're
if
good
you-
though.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's candy.
It
Like,
is.
I don't
They're-
even think there's medicine in them.
I don't
think
know
it's
if
just
they're-
like. Well, it's like if sometimes you get like a sore throat. Like
Yeah.
a hard candy sometimes that sort of helps coat the throat.
But those are just like straight up cherry candies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's even anything in there that's an active ingredient. But like, I mean, if you switch from that to like Halls,
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, okay, this is
Yeah.
medicine. This is for sure medicine.
But they're not. I don't think Halls are as enjoyable
No,
because you have to like.
It's not.
I feel like you have to work through a Halls
Yeah,
a lot of
yes.
time
Yes, definitely.
because the menthol is just so intense. It's just. Even the flavored ones, like they try and mask it with various fruits. And it's just.
Yeah, I saw something recently that said that minty is the cold spicy.
Yeah, I get that.
Minty.
If it's too minty, then you know.
It's the cold spicy. I was like, well,
Yeah.
you're right, I
Yeah,
guess.
I can see
I never really.
See that?
All right, yeah.
It's a good observation. Yeah.
I don't feel like minty lingers, though. Spicy
Yeah.
stuff. Well, the other night when we went out to the restaurant, some of that shit that I tried, man. I
Oh
was
yeah, some
fucking-
of Corey's
God
whatever chicken it
damn,
was.
I was still fucking burning up like 2 hours later. It was just like in my throat. There was nothing fun about that. I don't even know. You have to be sick. There's got to be something wrong with your brain.
It's those Johnson boys.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that either.
Just like the nuclear heat style nachos or
Well, it's
chicken
like at
or
that
whatever.
point, like when it's so spicy, you can't even taste anything. It's just spicy. The
Yeah.
only thing you get is spicy. And I like spicy stuff, but like in complement with the flavors that are present, not just this is nuclear hot. I don't know. Made my jerk chicken look weak. My jerk chicken was like Candyland compared to that shit that he had going on.
Feel like you have to kick it up next time.
Maybe only slightly. I'll make a special batch of like marinade just for Corey, where I'll really just like half Scotch bonnet peppers, literally.